Hello everyone, I'm Chris. We're back with another new build, this time on a brand new 2021 Promaster 2500, 159 wheelbase. That's 19 feet, 8 inches length, tip to tip. Let's start quickly on the outside. Laverne running board, I put that on my last build, I liked it. Good grip on that. And a good place to kind of bounce off muddy shoes, snowy shoes. We've got on the roof 400 watts of solar and a top-of-the-line Houghton Quiet AC. They just started being carried by Rec Pro. Fantastic units. I think they're the best AC out there. And that can be run off of your batteries, which is nice to have, especially if you're traveling with pets and want to use that at some point. We've got automotive glass, urethaned in. I think that's how it should be. I don't like windows with trim rings. I think automotive glass should be urethaned in properly. That's my opinion. I really like this window. They have a nice slider, nice big slider, screens in them. 2 more of those on the back. You can kind of see inside. You can slide this open. The screen stays in. You can take the screen out if you wanted to as well. On the slider in both back doors, you have these Van Made Gear window shades. These are great. They're expensive, but I think it's worth it. They're really nice. When you're not using them, they just stay in place with magnets, so you just roll them up. And then when you want to use them, take this off, roll them down, and they're magneted there. They work really well. I have a set also for the front 3 windows, the windshield and both of the driver and passenger, so you can get a full blackout in there if you wanted to. Quick look at the garage. 32 inches of clearance under there. Should be enough room for bikes or other toys. On the right side, you'll see all the electrical. So you've got 540 amp hours of Battle-Born lithium under there. And then all high-end Victron components, 3,000 watt inverter here. That's something important to look for too when you're using. If you plan to use high draw things like induction cooktops, don't go with a 2,000 watt inverter. Most people don't know that you're not really getting 2,000 watts out of a 2,000 watt inverter. You're actually closer to the max draw of something like an induction cooktop. So it's only a little bit more money to go to the 3,000. So I would do that. All top of the line Anchor marine wire, all stranded wire. This is all HDPE, by the way, King Starboard from the marine industry. Durable, easy to clean, won't swell, doesn't care about humidity at all. Has a nice finish to it. Unlike wood, you don't have to ever worry about it. You'll see that in the front a lot as well. I use it as much as I can in place of wood. The outdoor shower here with hot water. You have a 2.5 gallon electric Bosch water heater. Water fill for your 28 gallon fresh water. That's lives up in here. It's a wheel well tank. Plug here for if you have to plug maybe an electric bike in back here or use something outdoors. GFCI protected, runs off the inverter. Your 15 amp shore power plug. Blends in well there, and that comes with a nice beefy cord as well. Just forgot to bring it. First thing, you see the bench, nice big bench here. You get a good look at the King Starboard. This is a nice diamond pattern that we used up here. Nice feel to it, durable, easy to clean, doesn't swell, doesn't rot, doesn't care about humidity. Fantastic stuff. Toilet also lives in here. Nice marine stainless steel slam latch. You can see the 5 gallon Dometic cassette toilet. This comes right out to use and then goes back into its home. Lifeproof flooring. And this is one of the few colors that they rate to stand both extreme low and extreme high temperatures. So that was important for me to get on this one. Nice color to it. See up front, we'll start with pretty basic Promaster that you're used to seeing by now, I'm sure, except for these are the upgraded seats. So they are the more adjustable, bit more comfortable seats from Ram. DOT approved swivels on these. That's important to note, as most swivels are not DOT approved. These are. You have a nice epoxy table here on a lagoon mount. So if you wanted to sit here, eat, do some work or whatever, it's a comfortable seat. You also, I put a swivel on this, even though there's not enough room to really get legs around to face this way. It's still nice to have it, I think, as an extra seat, and you can sit here and put your feet up on this if no one's sitting there. The galley, Corian countertop, really nice, good material to use in a van. There. S-bar heater lives right under there with a little shelf over top of that, and that's just on marine Velcro, that strong Velcro, so you can pop this out to service the S-bar heater. And the control panel for that's up here. If you're not familiar with S-bar heaters, they're a gasoline heater. They sip fuel, they work really well, get super warm, and you only have to have one fuel source, no propane to worry about. Your water gauge is right down here. A little under half full right now. The water pump's also just right under, it's above the water tank, under the mattress. So when you have to service that, really easy to get to and swap that out quick. You have the Rivadi Sink, common if you've seen a lot of vans, but this is the marine version. So it has a little bit better quality stainless steel than their typical version, and it has the HDPE top for the cutting board, not wood. The wood one tends to warp really super easily. So I like that this has the HDPE. You don't have to worry about that. Really simple control center here. We'll use the GX Touch from Victron as your system monitor. Really easy to understand the battery you have left, the solar you have coming in, and what power you're currently using. Light switch on a dimmer. Probably flickers in the camera. That's just the refresh rate of the phone. Water pump switch, S-bar controls, and then the controls for the Houghton Quiet AC and the Max Air fan, which is up there. That pulls really good air through because of those windows in the back that both have the screens. If you leave them open at night, you're going to get some really good airflow right over you. You'll see the beetle pine ceiling too. Really pretty. On the walls, all marine vinyl, easy to clean, it'll last, and it's a lot more comfortable than painted wood, in my opinion. I would take this any day. That's what you have all over the walls in the bedroom. The bed is 72.5 by 54, so it's a full-size bed. Also the bed, very comfortable. We use the slats, not just solid plywood with a mattress on top. That is not comfortable and it will mold. Slat system makes this 6-inch memory foam a lot more comfortable than you might think. Reading lights in the back, there's USB plugs on them as well. And I don't know if you saw the USB plugs and another plug down there. Easy to use if you're sitting here working or something like that. Another nice epoxy table on a lagoon mount, so two people can sit across from each other, play a game, eat, work, whatever, and it's easily moved out of the way when one of you has to get up. Big pass through here. Long items will fit through there easily. Pets can go in and out of there if you wanted to. You could also put like storage on this side of the door and have really easy access to it. Speaking of storage, the toilet only takes up like to right here in this bench, so from there back is just open storage. You just lift the top off really easily. You see I have little well nuts on this, so it goes right into the corner so it can't move, but it's also easily taken off and pushed back into place. Thinsulate insulation, for some reason, that's always the last thing I think of in these videos, but it's important. Thinsulate insulation is what we used on the whole van. Works really well. doesn't hold water. I think it's the only way to go, personally. Putting the video together, I realized it totally slipped my mind to mention the main aspect of our build that I love. It's extruded aluminum. Wall structure is extruded aluminum, all bolted to the van, super strong and light. You can shake the entire van. Nothing's going anywhere. It is one with the van. Beautiful stuff to work with. It'll last forever. If you have any other questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. Thanks a lot.